Do you think a traditional job will make you rich? This is a question most of us have never really stopped to consider. From an early age, we are taught to believe that the key to financial success is to study hard, get a good job, and work diligently. It's what many call the safe path. But what if I told you that this mindset might actually be preventing you from reaching your true financial potential? Billionaires like Elon Musk think differently. They don't follow the traditional path of seeking security in a steady job. In fact, they believe that this security is, in reality, an illusion. Musk, for example, built entire empires without ever staying long in a conventional job. He was always driven by the idea of creating, innovating, and solving problems on a large scale. And it's this mindset that propelled him to the top. Today, we are going to dive into Elon Musk's philosophy to understand why he believes that working for someone else will never make you rich. And more importantly, how you can adopt the same mindset to transform the way you think about money and success. We'll explore the differences between seeking a job and creating opportunities, and how small shifts in your mindset can have a huge impact on your financial journey. So get ready to question everything you've ever believed about work, wealth, and success. Because the truth is, to achieve true financial freedom, you have to think big. And who better to teach us this than one of the greatest innovators of our time?
Who is Elon Musk, and why should we listen to him?
To understand why Elon Musk is a reference when it comes to wealth and entrepreneurial mindset, we need to look at his journey. He's not just an ordinary billionaire. He is a visionary who completely changed the way we think about electric cars, space exploration, and even how we make online payments. But who is Elon Musk, and what makes him such a powerful voice on the topic of financial success? Musk was born in South Africa and from a young age showed a deep curiosity for technology and innovation. He taught himself to code and, as a teenager, created his first software, a game called Blastar, which he sold for $500. It might seem small compared to what he has today, but this already showed the entrepreneurial spirit that he would carry throughout his life. After moving to the United States, he co-founded Zip2, an online business directory platform, which was sold for nearly $300 million. And that was just the beginning. The real turning point came with PayPal. Elon Musk joined a group of entrepreneurs to create one of the first major digital payment companies. They understood that people needed a safe and easy way to transfer money online, something that seemed impossible for many at that time. When PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, Musk had already secured his first major fortune. And more importantly, the confirmation that his vision for innovation could transform entire industries. But Elon didn't stop there. With the money from the sale of PayPal, he founded Tesla and SpaceX, two companies that many believed were impossible dreams. Who would have imagined that a startup could compete with automotive giants by creating high-performance electric cars? Or that a private company could not only send rockets into space, but also bring them back for reuse, revolutionizing the aerospace sector? Musk didn't just imagine it, he made it happen. And that's why his words carry so much weight when it comes to building wealth. Musk built his legacy through a mindset that doesn't limit itself to conventional jobs. He has always sought to create solutions to problems that seemed unsolvable, and it is precisely this that has made him one of the richest and most influential people in the world. Throughout this video, we will explore how this mindset can be applied by anyone who wants to break out of the cycle of job dependency and seek true financial freedom. Because if there's one thing Musk has shown us, it's that thinking big and acting even bigger can change the world and your bank account.
The problem with conventional mindset: seeking jobs versus creating opportunities.
From a young age, we are conditioned to believe that the path to financial success is relatively simple. Study, get a good job, and work hard until retirement. It's a script that many follow without question because it offers a sense of security and stability. But what few people realize is that this security can actually be a prison that limits your opportunities for financial growth. Elon Musk, like other billionaires, has always seen beyond this conventional mindset and noticed something that most ignore. The truth is that by seeking a job, you are essentially trading your time for money. And the problem with that? Time is limited. No matter how hard you work, there will always be a cap on how much you can earn if your income depends solely on the hours you dedicate to a job. On the other hand, creating something like a business or an innovative product allows you to leverage the power of scale, meaning you can make money even when you're not directly working. This is what Elon Musk understands so well, and it's why he never followed the traditional path. The job-seeking mindset is geared towards security, but this security in many cases can hinder growth. Think about salaries. Most of the time, there is a limit to how much you can earn in a given position, even if you are exceptional at what you do. Not to mention that depending on a job means relying on other people's decisions for your own stability. A layoff, an economic shift, or even a decision by your boss can drastically affect your financial life. Elon Musk decided early on that he didn't want to live within this limitation. Instead of looking for jobs, he sought problems to solve. That's how he found opportunities that no one else saw. The result? He created solutions that not only solved these problems, but generated billions of dollars. When he co-founded PayPal, he wasn't just creating an online payment service. He was simplifying how people move money over the internet. When he founded Tesla, he wasn't just building a car, he was redefining how we think about energy and sustainability. The big problem with relying solely on a job is that you are constantly selling something that you can never get back: your time. That's why Elon Musk always says that people should focus on creating and innovating rather than seeking security in a job. Because in the end, true financial security comes from having something that can grow beyond your personal limitations, something that doesn't rely solely on your daily effort.
Elon Musk's philosophy: why he doesn't follow the traditional path.
Elon Musk has always been driven by a mindset that goes beyond conventional thinking. While most people seek the security of a stable job, he built his empire based on a simple principle: creating solutions to big problems. He realized early on that instead of looking for a safe and predictable path, he needed to take calculated risks to achieve true success. For Musk, working for someone means accepting limitations he was never willing to accept. But what exactly is this philosophy that Elon Musk follows? In essence, it's an approach centered on constant innovation and the pursuit of solving problems that no one else wants or is able to solve. When he decides to enter an industry, he isn't interested in just being another competitor. He wants to redefine the industry, bringing solutions that truly change the game. That's how it was with electric cars at Tesla, with reusable rockets at SpaceX, and even with digital payments at PayPal. In all these cases, he identified a gap in the market, a problem affecting millions of people, and developed a bold solution that no one else had tried before. Musk's philosophy is simple: don't work for a system, create a system that works for you. He sees opportunities where others see obstacles. To him, life is a series of problems to be solved, and each solution is a chance to create something that can grow exponentially. This is the key to understanding why he doesn't seek a traditional job. Instead of selling his time to someone else, he builds assets that can continue to generate value even when he isn't directly involved. For Musk, the true potential for financial success lies in creating something that can grow without depending solely on his constant effort. When he developed SpaceX, for example, he knew that entering the aerospace industry was a massive risk. However, he also knew that if he could create reusable rockets, he could revolutionize the entire space industry. He wasn't just thinking of a small niche, he was thinking of how to transform a vision into reality. This big, bold thinking is what has made him one of the richest men in the world. This mindset might seem distant to many people, but the truth is, it can be applied in simpler, more practical ways in everyday life. Musk's philosophy is about not being content with what already exists and always seeking ways to create something new and better. Even if you don't have a project to launch rockets into space, you can start by thinking about solutions to problems you see around you. Instead of seeking the security of a paycheck, start looking for ways to generate value, to create something that can grow and expand. This is the essence of thinking like Musk. Not being limited by what is possible today, but always imagining what can be possible tomorrow.
Practical examples: what Elon Musk did and how he built his wealth.
To understand how Elon Musk's philosophy translates into concrete actions, we need to look at practical examples from his career. From the beginning, he always stood out by identifying problems that no one was addressing, and more importantly, by creating solutions that revolutionized entire industries. He didn't just want to participate in the market, he wanted to transform it. This is a crucial difference that separates billionaires from those merely trying to survive in the corporate game. Let's start with PayPal. In the late 1990s, sending money over the internet was a complicated, time-consuming, and insecure process. Musk realized that with the growth of e-commerce, there was an urgent need for a platform that could make these transactions simple and secure. Together with other co-founders, he created PayPal, which quickly became the standard solution for online payments. This didn't happen by chance. Musk knew that by simplifying the way people moved money over the internet, he was addressing a real and scalable problem. When PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, Musk not only amassed his first major fortune, but also proved that his approach to creating innovative solutions was viable and extremely profitable. But he didn't stop there. With the profits from PayPal, Musk decided to invest in industries that seemed unreachable for most people. He founded Tesla with the vision of transforming the automotive industry, not just by creating electric cars, but by changing global perceptions of what these vehicles could be. Before Tesla, the idea of an electric car was seen as something slow and dull. But Musk knew that if he could build a vehicle that was powerful, sleek, and eco-friendly, he could change the game. He didn't just want to sell cars, he wanted to redefine the future of transportation. Today, Tesla is one of the most valuable brands in the world. And this revolution in electric mobility started with the vision of a man who refused to accept limitations. Another powerful example is SpaceX. Many believe that a private company could never compete with giants like NASA or Roscosmos. But Musk saw an opportunity where no one else did. He believed that the high costs of launching rockets into space were a problem that could be solved with innovation and reusability. That's how he developed rockets that can be launched, land, and be reused, drastically reducing the costs of sending cargo into space. This opened new doors for space exploration, something that, until then, seemed to be exclusively under government control. Today, SpaceX is redefining space exploration and even collaborates with NASA on ambitious missions, including the idea of colonizing Mars. These examples clearly show how Musk's philosophy manifests. He doesn't settle for following trends or entering already saturated markets. He seeks out problems that seem impossible to solve and turns these challenges into billion-dollar business opportunities. It's a mindset that requires courage, vision, and a willingness to take risks that most people are not prepared to take. However, it's precisely this boldness that made him stand out. He didn't want to just work in a tech company. He wanted to create technologies that could change the world. And this is the big lesson here. It's not just about being an entrepreneur. It's about being a creator, someone who identifies a real problem and finds a solution that can grow beyond their own capabilities. When Musk founded these companies, he didn't know if they would be successful, but he was willing to try, to fail, to learn, and to innovate because he knew that this is how great ideas turn into great businesses. And this mindset is something that anyone can apply, whether on a global or local scale.
The problem with working for someone: limited time, limited potential.
When you choose to work for someone, you are essentially trading your time for money. It's a straightforward transaction, but it's limited. You have a fixed number of hours in a day, and no matter how hard you work, there will always be a ceiling on how much you can earn if your income is directly tied to your time. Elon Musk, like other great entrepreneurs, understood this very early. He realized that to truly achieve financial freedom, it was necessary to create something that could grow and generate value even when he wasn't directly involved. The central problem with relying on a job is that you are selling your most precious asset, your time. And time is a finite resource, something we can never get back. No matter how much effort you put into a conventional job, there's always a limit to how high you can climb in the hierarchy and to how much your salary can increase. Additionally, there is a significant risk. Your financial stability depends on decisions that are out of your control. A layoff, an economic crisis, or even a change in company direction can drastically affect your financial life overnight. For Musk, working for someone meant accepting these limitations and living at the mercy of external factors. He wasn't willing to give up control over his destiny to someone else. Instead, he chose to build his own paths, creating companies and assets that could generate scalable value. Think of Tesla. When you build a company that manufactures cars, you are creating a product that can be sold to millions of people, regardless of whether you are present or not. That's the power of scale, something conventional work can never offer. But it's not just about building giant companies. Musk's mindset can be applied at various levels. The essence lies in changing how we think about generating value. Instead of asking, "How can I find a job that pays well?" the question should be, "How can I create something that solves a problem and that people are willing to pay for?" It's a simple shift in perspective, but it can completely transform your approach to work and money. Additionally, there's the aspect of freedom. When you create an asset, whether it's a business, a digital product, a content channel, or even an investment, you are building something that can generate income while you focus on other things. This means you are not limited by the time and effort you can put into a specific activity. You can work on multiple projects, scale your ideas, and, more importantly, have control over your own financial destiny. This is the true freedom Musk seeks, and it's the same freedom he advocates. Depending solely on a job, you are always trading your time for money. And as much as this trade may provide short-term security, it limits your possibilities in the long run. Musk understands that true wealth doesn't come from how much you work, but from what you are capable of building. He believes that everyone should seek this freedom and that there are no limits to what can be achieved when you decide to create something with the potential to grow and generate continuous value. The big mistake is thinking that security and freedom are the same. Working for someone may seem safe, but deep down, it's a dependency. If you want to achieve true financial security, you need to find ways to generate value without solely relying on your time. This is the mindset that turns ordinary people into empire builders, and it's what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive.
How to adopt Elon Musk's philosophy. Small steps to start thinking big.
By now, you should have realized that Elon Musk's philosophy isn't just about building big companies, but about thinking in a way that allows you to grow without limits. The good news is that this mindset isn't exclusive to billionaires. Anyone can start applying the principles Musk uses to achieve financial freedom. It's not about starting a tech company or launching rockets into space, but adopting a creative and innovative approach at any scale that makes sense to you. So, where to begin? The first step is to change how you view work and opportunities. Think in terms of solutions, not just jobs. Instead of asking, "Where can I find a job that pays well?" start asking, "What problem can I solve?" Or, "What do people need that doesn't yet exist?" Elon Musk always starts by identifying a problem worth solving and then develops a solution that can be scalable. This means he's always thinking beyond what is safe and predictable, and you can do this too, even if it's on a smaller scale. Another way to apply this mindset is to start investing in assets that can grow over time. You may not have the capital to build an electric car factory, but perhaps you can start a small online business, create a digital product, or even learn to invest in stocks or cryptocurrencies. The important thing is that you are creating something that can generate value continuously, even without your constant presence. Think of assets that work for you, instead of depending on you to function. Of course, adopting this mindset requires courage. Taking risks can be scary, and often the uncertainty of the entrepreneurial path makes people retreat to the comfort zone of a fixed job. But it's important to remember that risk is part of the process. Musk didn't build Tesla and SpaceX because he knew they would succeed. He did it because he believed that the possibility of success was worth the risk. The same applies to any venture you want to start. It's normal to fail, to learn from mistakes, and to try again. This persistence is what turns ideas into realities. If you are starting out, here are some small steps to help you adopt this big thinking philosophy. Identify a problem around you. It could be something simple but bothersome to people. From there, think about how you can solve this problem efficiently and, preferably, scalably. Develop skills that can be monetized. Learning to program, doing graphic design, understanding digital marketing. Any of these skills can be turned into a business or project that generates income. Invest in your knowledge. Read books on entrepreneurship, attend lectures, or take online courses that can give you the tools you need to think like a creator and not just a consumer. Start small, but think big. Don't be afraid to start something on a small scale. Many giant companies started in garages and small rooms. The important thing is to have a growth vision and be willing to invest time and energy to expand. The key point is that you don't need to be a genius to think like Musk. You just need to be willing to see the world differently. Move away from the mindset of seeking security and embrace the mindset of creating value. When you start to think like a creator, opportunities multiply. And even if you start small, every step you take in the right direction brings you closer to financial freedom and the possibility of creating something that truly impacts the world.
Inspiring examples. Stories of others who followed this mindset.
Elon Musk isn't the only one who adopted this philosophy of creating rather than just following the safe path of a job. Many other entrepreneurs and visionaries have also applied this mindset and achieved great feats, often starting from scratch or adverse situations. By learning about these stories, it becomes clearer that thinking big and acting with courage is not exclusive to geniuses, but an approach that anyone can cultivate. One inspiring example is Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before building her shapewear empire, Sarah worked selling fax machines, a common job that didn't offer many growth opportunities. But instead of settling for that security, she decided to solve a problem that bothered her. There weren't any products that helped women feel comfortable and confident wearing certain clothes. She created a prototype for a new line of shapewear, and after receiving numerous rejections from manufacturers, she decided to take the risk and move forward with her own production. Today, Sarah's a billionaire, and Spanx is a globally recognized brand. This only happened because she had the courage to step off the traditional path and create something that didn't exist. Another emblematic case is Reed Hastings, co-founder of Netflix. In the late 1990s, Hastings realized that the model of renting movies was inconvenient, with issues like late fees and a complicated user experience. Instead of accepting that video rental stores were the only way to watch movies at home, he envisioned a subscription rental service without late fees and with fast mail delivery. At first, the idea was seen as risky, but Hastings believed so strongly in the potential of his solution that he invested millions of his own money to make Netflix work. Today, the company is not just a successful streaming platform, but also a studio that competes directly with industry giants like Disney. Another inspiring example is John Kuhn, co-founder of WhatsApp. Jan grew up in Ukraine and emigrated to the United States with his mother, living in very difficult financial conditions. He started learning programming on his own and eventually got a job at Yahoo. But instead of settling for working for another company for the rest of his life, he decided to create a simple messaging app that didn't rely on ads and was accessible to everyone. WhatsApp quickly became one of the most used communication apps in the world, and John eventually sold the company to Facebook for $19 billion. If he had limited himself to seeking security in a job, this opportunity to create something innovative would never have happened. These stories show that Musk's philosophy is not intangible or out of reach for most people. It's about identifying problems that people face, believing in your ability to find a solution, and most importantly, having the courage to take risks. This doesn't mean you have to start a billion-dollar business right away. Sometimes small solutions can grow in unimaginable ways. The important thing is to take the first step and never stop thinking about how you can create value for other people. By adopting this mindset of creation and innovation, you begin to see that the world is full of opportunities that can be transformed into businesses, products, and services. When you solve a problem, no matter how small, you are creating something that has the potential to grow, generate income, and provide freedom. Success can start with a simple idea, as long as you have the courage to pursue it. So when you look at the success of Musk, Blakely, Hastings, Kuhn, and many others, the lesson is clear. Financial freedom and professional fulfillment do not come from following a path already laid out by others, but from having the vision and audacity to create your own path. It doesn't matter where you are now. What matters is where you decide you want to go and what you are willing to do to build it. The journey to financial freedom begins in the mind. We have reached the end of this journey, and the core message couldn't be clearer. True financial freedom begins with how you think and perceive the world. Elon Musk and other successful entrepreneurs are not different from you in the sense that they all started from somewhere, faced challenges, and took risks. The difference lies in how they approach these challenges. Instead of seeking security in a job, they sought opportunities in problems that seemed impossible to solve. This shift in mindset is what made all the difference. For Musk, success was never about earning a good salary or climbing the corporate ladder. It was about creating something that could change the world and, in doing so, achieve financial success in a way that a traditional job could never provide. He understood that by solving problems on a large scale, he could create value that would grow far beyond his individual effort. This is the essence of a growth mindset, which focuses on creating solutions, products, and companies that can expand and thrive even when you are not directly involved. This change in perspective can seem daunting at first because it challenges everything most of us have been taught about security and success. But it's important to understand that it's not about abandoning stability overnight. It's about starting to build something parallel that can grow over time. If you want to achieve true financial freedom, you need to think like a creator, not just as an employee. And it begins with small actions: developing skills, investing in knowledge, identifying problems, and starting to think about solutions that can grow and generate value. Of course, not everyone will have the same path as Musk. You may not have the desire to build a billion-dollar company or explore space, but that doesn't mean you can't apply the same philosophy in your own life. Perhaps your goal is to start a small business, develop an app, create an online platform, or even invest in real estate. What matters is that you are building something that doesn't solely depend on your daily effort, something that can grow and generate income even when you are not working. What we learned from Elon Musk is that the security we seek does not lie in a fixed job, but in the ability to create, innovate, and continuously generate value. By building something that can grow and adapt, you are creating your own security, one that does not depend on the decisions of a boss or the fluctuations of the job market. This is the true freedom we should all seek, and it starts with how you choose to think and act. So as we conclude this video, the question I leave for you is, what can you start creating today that could change your future? Think of something small, something that solves a problem around you, and start taking the first steps. The journey to financial freedom and success begins when you decide to stop following the path everyone else is on and start carving your own. If Elon Musk and so many other visionaries did it, there's nothing stopping you from beginning your own journey. Thank you for joining us until the end. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to receive notifications for more videos like this. Leave your comments below on what you thought of this video and what your next steps are to create something new. See you next time.